Sorry if this keeps going in and out of focus. I'm messing around with the camera and playing with it. I did write up the tag here, but it likes to autofocus on my face, so we'll see how this goes. If not, it is written up here for my benefit and yours. So Harry Potter tag, here we go. So question 1, this is Hermione's one by the way. Favourite book slash film. I have to say my favourite book, oh, I love them all. I've recently started to reread all the books, and for some reason I really found myself enjoying The Chamber of Secrets. I don't know why, as I never really liked that book before, but upon rereading I found that I really like that one. I don't know why, but I really like all the books, and that's just the one that I'm currently really liking. It varies quite a lot, but favourite film has to be The Philosopher's Stone or Sorcerer's Stone, depending what country you're in and whatnot. But for me and my family, that was the first Harry Potter film. That was all the magic, that was before the darkness came in, and it was just amazing to watch the first one and really see it come to life. So that's always been our favourite, and I think that will always be my favourite Harry Potter film. But the books, it varies depending on what I'm reading. Number 2, least favourite book slash film. I have to say, least favourite book, for some reason, The Goblet of Fire. I've never really liked that one out of all the stories, and yeah, it doesn't appeal to me as much, especially as I'm rereading the book, so I've reread that recently, and I don't know, it just didn't appeal to me. I found it a bit of a drag to read compared to what I used to think with that one. But I don't know, it really, same with the favourite, it really varies depending on how I'm feeling. And least favourite film for me was always The Chamber of Secrets, because like I said, I did really enjoy the book, so the film I always found a bit disappointing, but that's just me. And also, when I was younger, I had a very big fear of spiders, so watching a film with giant spiders chasing you wasn't the best for me, so that sort of stuck with me over the years. Number 3, favourite quote. I would have to say Hermione when she says, oh, I can't remember the exact wording now, when she says, "You might get yourself killed or worse, expelled," and to me that really summed up her really well, and I really like that quote out of all the films. Most people say the one about Dumbledore and the light, and I really like that one too, about light can be found in the darkest of times, etc. But I just find the Hermione quote really funny, and I feel like it really encompasses her mindset in the films. Number 4, favourite Weasley. Now, it's always been Molly Weasley generally. People like Ginny, but I feel like she's a bit hit and miss. But Molly's hilarious. The way she mothers Harry is great. And she's just really funny, especially with Bellatrix. But I have to say, I've been reading a lot of online fan theories, as you do. And people have started to notice how everyone underestimates Fred and George Weasley. Like, these are people who were quite gifted at magic. Like, they turn Ron's whatever it was into a spider when he was very young. People analysed that when he was talking about his fear of spiders. So they had great magical ability. It's just that they decided to make people happy and use their talents for that instead, which in very dark times I think is very courageous, especially to go against Molly Weasley. Like, you have to be brave to do that. So I kind of like all of them in that sense. Why did I put 4-7? Don't ask me. Favourite female? Now that's the question. I automatically go to Hermione most of the time, because I don't know, I always just sort of felt like I was her when I was younger. I liked the library, I liked reading, but she could still be there for her friends. She was still brave, she used what she knew. But I also love Luna. There's so many good female characters in the Harry Potter books, and that's what I really like. Ginny in the books is great too, so I feel like that's a great thing about it. There are a lot of strong female characters in it. Part 2. I've lost count. Favourite male? Neville. I want to say Neville. There's so many good males in the books too. Not Harry. He misses everything. But I like Sirius. I don't know. Sirius is really good. Dumbledore I'm a bit hit and miss. I have to be honest, some of the stuff I don't agree with. But yeah, Neville's a strong one. He's consistent, I would say. I really like Ron. although same, his character changes throughout. But then reading loads of fan theories again, they talk about Harry as a Horcrux and how he affects people around him, so maybe that's why Ron starts to, as the years go on, starts to sort of not like Harry. Maybe it's that. Then we have favourite villain. Draco Malfoy. Oh, the fanfics. No, probably Bellatrix, just because she's one of the few villains who really revels in it. Like, in the books, a lot of them are a villain until they get caught, and then they're like, oh no, I was under a curse, blah blah blah. And Voldemort's a bit of a crappy villain, to be honest. Like, he went for immortality and lived an average lifespan, if not less. But I think Bellatrix really revels in it, and she really owns the fact she's a villain, which I really like and I find quite funny. Her character's quite funny. Now, favourite professor. Ooh. My first thought was McGonagall, because everyone says her because she's great and she's feisty, especially in the Battle of Hogwarts. But then there's so many that, like, Hagrid as a professor, great. Although there's so much you miss, as I realised, in the films with Hagrid. Like, in the books, they talk about their classes and the blast-ended Scroots. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Which never incorporated into the films, which I think would be really funny, to be honest. Another reason I don't like that film. Movie versus book character. I'm not going to start the age-old run of Ginny, because her character, let's not start, in the books she's just like, oh Harry, that's about it. In the books she's feisty and I love her. I think a lot of the movie versus book characters are quite different. I noticed, again, reading stuff online, I have too much free time, about Ron. I didn't even, because it's been a long time since I read the books, but I watch the films quite regularly every Christmas, etc. And someone pointed out that all of Ron's best moments, I would say, like a lot of his really big heroic moments in the films were given to Hermione, which I didn't really notice. Like in Gringotts, when they jump to the dragon, in the film Hermione runs for it, whereas in the books Ron mentions doing it, and it was he has a lot of great ideas in the books that were never encompassed into the films. They were given to Hermione, which I like the idea of a strong female lead, but then it sort of takes away from him as a character, which as one of the trio, I feel like he really should have been built up a bit more. Remake a movie. The amount of cost, production, etc. that would go into remaking any of these movies, but I don't know. I don't think I would remake any of them. I feel like they're really strong for what they are. Not included in them so much. Percy Weasley. That's it. That's what I'm gonna say. Percy Weasley. That whole thing. Ludo Bagman. Could go on. So many. House. Now, let me start a quick story here. I have done the Pottermore quiz 4 times. In the 4 times, I have got 4 different houses. Now you ask, why have you done it 4 times? Well, when I was like 12, I signed up and I was like, oh. Probably later than 12, I don't know how old the website is. And I got Gryffindor and I was like, yay, Gryffindor! Because you know, when you first read the books, you're like, I want to be Gryffindor! And then as the years went by, I was like, hang on a minute, I'm very studies based. Like, a lot of the qualities that are very Ravenclaw, I found in myself. So I did the test and got Hufflepuff. And I was like, okay, fine. You know, Hufflepuff's quite a nice house. I'll be Hufflepuff. And then me and my mum went to go to the Wizarding World and she was like, I want to do the quiz. So she did it and she got Hufflepuff. And I found it really interesting because she had very different answers to me. So then I was like, oh, I'll take it again. See what I get. Took it again, got Ravenclaw. So I was like, that's now 3 houses. I don't understand. And then I was sitting there at uni and my friend's a Gryffindor. And she was like, oh, you need to tell me your one, we can like talk about it, yeah. And I explained and she was like, I'll take it one more time, see what you get. Took it again, got Slytherin. So I'm just all 4 houses over here. Apparently. I was gonna say that. I can't think of the word for a full house person. Continue. Favourite class? Potions. I don't know. I know Snape teaches it and whatnot. I just feel like, as I like chemistry, potions would work really well for me, and I'd find that the most interesting, to be fair. Like, you can make yourself liquid luck. I would study the hell out of that class. Who would I be friends with? I feel like I'd be friends with Hermione. Like, we're very alike in the way we study and things like that. But I'd also really want to be friends with Luna, just because I would find it really hilarious. I don't know, I feel like I'd be friends with a lot of the main characters, I would like to think. I would hope. Like, let me into your gang. A character back to life. Ooh, my first thought, Dobby. Too soon, Dobby. But I don't know. I also like the idea of Sirius. Like, if Harry could go back and live with Sirius, I feel like that would really help him after all he's been through. Like, he died, and he has no parents as such. So I feel like him going back to Sirius would have been really, really nice. But then Remus and Tonks, little Teddy, he has no parents. There's so many. So many. And now, the sort of quickfire would you rather sort of thing that I found on this tag. I just googled it and these are the ones that came up. So let's see. Would you rather wash Snape's hair or listen to Lockhart's rants about himself for an hour? I don't know. I feel like I could deal with Lockhart for an hour. I feel like Snape would just belittle me if I tried to wash his hair. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it would be quite funny to see Snape with like shampooed hair, make it into like the troll thing. I don't know. It could be fun. There's options. I just keep saying always to him as I do it. Always, always shampooing. Bellatrix or Molly, who would you duel when they're either an elated Bellatrix or an angry Molly Weasley? I would take Bellatrix. I'm not gonna lie. Molly Weasley scares me. She would kill me in an instant. Whereas Bellatrix, I don't know. She'd try and talk to me first, and that would give me a bit of scope to try and get back at her. Would you go to Hogwarts by the Hogwarts Express or flying car? Hogwarts Express all the way. Although those carriages are tiny, I've been to the Wizarding World. But definitely Hogwarts Express. I felt like you could chill, you get the car, you get to know people. The flying car, I'd be just like, someone's gonna see us, freaking out, think I'm gonna crash, I stall my car a lot. Hogwarts Express, definitely. Look out the window, views. I love trains. I love looking out the window. It's great. So, would you rather, this one, kiss Voldemort or bathe Umbridge? Now, every single person who commented on this tag just went, I would drown Umbridge, and I agree. Everyone would choose to bathe Umbridge so they can just push her under, because no one wants to kiss Voldemort. Sorry, Tom. Hippogriff or Firebolt? I want to say Hippogriff, but I would hope that they'd like me. I mean, Buckbeak, I don't know, very temperamental, but I would definitely choose, if I could, Hippogriff, I think, over Broomstick. I'm not the most coordinated. I would drop. I would probably break a few bones. It's just the truth. And last but not least, would you like a Hallow or a Horcrux? Definitely Hallow, and I would choose the invisibility cloak, because I don't want to stone with people who've died, like they're ghosts of themselves. It would drive me a bit crazy. Elder Wand, someone would just kill me. I'm good with Hermione's wand. And yeah, and I don't want a Horcrux because you have to split your soul, and I'd rather not. And just look at Tom Riddle and how far the Horcrux has got him, to be fair. Although, fan theory, Dumbledore has a Horcrux. Check that one out. That's quite good. Yeah, I know too many of those. Anyways, bye!